Hello, hello. Welcome to Today with People. Welcome to Today with People. But first, you must remember that happiness is a choice. It is a choice you must make for yourself. It is a choice that you must make for yourself that no one else can make for you. Okay? You must decide to be happy and to stay happy no matter what. Do not let your happiness be tied to people or things because they will fail you definitely. So you must decide to be happy and stay happy. Now, today I want to talk about why people blame people, because if people would offend you, or if people would want to steal your joy, or if people can steal your joy, one of the ways they can to keep you unhappy or to take that joy away from you is by blaming you for something you know nothing about. Okay? Or rather, you blame others too. It's vice versa. We blame others and others blame us too. Okay? So, one of the ways that people will steal your happiness away from you is by blaming you for something you know nothing about. Something they should take full responsibility of. Rather than looking into the mirror and say, yeah, it's my fault, I blame myself. Rather, they blame you for something you know nothing about, or rather you blame them. It's vice versa. Okay, so I believe there are certain underlying purposes why people blame others or why people blame people. I'm just going to run through one, two, three of them if possible, so we guide ourselves with this in relating with people when they blame us. Okay, now one of the reasons why people blame people is because of inferiority complex. Inferiority complex. Status. Okay. People have a deep need for a sense of identity, and one way they do this is through blaming others, through social comparison. Okay, contrasting themselves against others. As part of this, if they can place themselves higher in the pecking order of society, then they can feel more important and have a greater sense of control. So, it's true blaming others. Okay, and you will notice that in much of their conversations with others, or in much of their conversations with you, it is the fact that it is a social role in which they seek a higher status than you. And you should know that blame is one of the tools that they use to this end. So if the other person is bad, then it seems they must be relatively good. Okay? So because of inferiority complex, because of social comparison, trying to get themselves higher than the other person. Okay, so that's one of the reasons. The number two reason I think that why people blame others, or the number two purpose why people blame others is what I call projection of bad feelings. They want to project their bad feelings on others. Okay, they feel bad about something, or you feel bad about something, and you want to get rid of that bad feeling, so you just project it on other people. You just project that bad feeling on other people by blaming them. You want to get rid of that bad feeling. When you project your bad feeling on people by blaming them for something you ought not to blame them about, in effect what you're saying is that I can't handle this feeling, I want you to take it away from me, or take it away from me. Okay, so you make people feel bad because you're feeling bad, projecting your bad feelings on them. You see, of course it is not it is not that simple, because this method is rooted in childhood thinking. Okay, yet it continues well into adulthood. It's not a good thing. So people blame you in order to project their bad feelings on you, to share their feelings with you. Okay, now the next reason, or the next purpose of people trying to blame you, or you blaming others, or vice versa, blame, is people feel a sense of defending themselves. Okay, defending themselves. They feel when they are under attack, one way they use in defending themselves is blaming others. Okay, trying to blame others. If a person blames you, if you blame someone, then it suggests that something has gone wrong. Something has gone wrong. So you try to defend yourself. They try to defend themselves. So the blame, okay? The blame. I need you to know this. If you are not at fault, you blame to defend. If you are not at fault, you blame to defend. If you are at fault, you blame to deflect. Okay? You blame to defend if you're not at fault. If you are at fault, you blame to deflect. In either case, we protect ourselves by pointing fingers elsewhere. Okay? So just these three reasons or three purposes I like to leave with you. Number one, for inferiority complex, people blame people. For social comparison, social status, people tend to blame people for something they ought not to blame them about. Number two, to project their bad feelings on you. They want you to feel as bad as they feel. Okay? So you must know this. And number three, to defend themselves when they feel they're under attack. Okay, so I believe that if you know some of the tips, you wouldn't get so offended when people come at you blaming you for something that you know nothing about. Okay, your happiness must be intact. Your happiness must be intact. You must guard against every form of offense. Remember, happiness is a choice. You must decide to be happy and to stay happy. I see you in my other videos. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.